Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. My question is for the Premier. Given over 65% of Australians are opposed to Adani's Carmichael coal mine and the amount of new coal mining output currently being assessed by your government for New South Wales is 25% greater than the total output of this Adani mega mine, will the New South Wales government commit to protecting our climate and to no new coal mines in New South Wales?
We do it through appropriate environmental...
Order. Call the Premier.
I thank the member for her question and note that at least she asked the question about what she believes in, which is in vast contrast to those opposite. And I say to her, as I say to all the people of New South Wales, that we will continue to use coal so long as we continue to need to use coal. And we will continue to be the most resilient state when it comes to energy requirements. However, having said that, I do also want to stress that we are investing heavily in renewables as well, and I'll go through the list. But I want to say this is in stark contrast to the Labor Party. You've got the federal Labor leader promising coal miners in Queensland that he supports them. Then he goes down to Victorian Greens and promises he's anti-coal down there. It depends on where he is. And the New South Wales Leader of the Opposition is no different. He will give a response. He will give a response on energy depending on which electorate he's in and who he's talking to. And we have remained consistent. We will continue. I would appreciate you respecting the Greens member who's asked me the question, and let me answer the question she's asked me.
Stop the clock, please. Right. I'll continue to stop the clock every time there's interjections.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker.
Thank you.
So as I said, we're very pleased to be the most resilient state when it comes to energy. And we've also very pleased that we have over $15 billion of energy projects comprising over 14,000 megawatts, which are shovel-ready or under construction in New South Wales. And these include, just this month, we approved Australia's largest wind farm at Liverpool Plains, which will power nearly 500,000 homes and deliver 800 jobs. We also have commenced construction of 9 renewable projects, including 3 wind farms and 6 solar farms, which includes the Sapphire Wind Farm, the largest wind farm in New South Wales, the Dubbo Solar Farm, which will power 10,000 homes and help the New South Wales government meet its renewable energy target obligations. But of course, we're also pleased that last year 14 large-scale renewable projects were approved in New South Wales, including 12 solar farms, 500 megawatts of gas plants, and all these other projects. So in New South Wales, we have a very good balance of what our state needs. The 2 drivers for us in terms of energy policy are 2 things. Firstly, resilience. We need to make sure we continue our power supply, obviously, and secondly, keeping prices as low as possible. We know people throughout New South Wales are worried about energy prices, and we will make sure we keep energy prices as low as possible. And Mr Deputy Speaker, this is why New South Wales strongly supports a national approach to energy. And the reason we request a national approach is no matter what kind of policies we have in New South Wales, no matter how good our policies are, other states let us down. Other states haven't done the right thing. In fact, only recently there was an article published in the Daily Telegraph which talked about the Victorian government relying on us over summer to provide their energy needs. In fact, the article said New South Wales power stations kept the lights on in Victoria over the sweltering summer, including during the Australian Open when Australian energy regulators warned of rolling blackout threats for our southern neighbours. Victoria, South Australia and even Queensland to a lesser extent, but Victoria and South Australia do not have the resilience New South Wales has. We have a sensible approach. Of course, we encourage investment in alternative energy, but we also acknowledge that we need to rely on traditional energy sources as well. And meanwhile, however, we are in Australia, I think, we have the largest solar farms in New South Wales, 2 of the largest solar farms, and also now we're investing heavily in wind and other projects as well. So I say to the member for Newtown, when you ask us a question about energy policy, we will be consistent no matter which electorate we're standing in and no matter who we're talking to. Those opposite Those opposite will tell one group of people they oppose the coal industry forever, and they'll go and tell the miners they're protecting their jobs. We are consistent, we will continue to be consistent, and we'll protect the environment as well as ensuring we support our energy needs. Thank you for the question.
Yeah, I'm like blackout Foley.